Gaurangaha Politehapi Ashinaradam Das Thakur Gauranga Politehapi Bulakashariram. When my ears will stand direct upon uttering the names of Gauranga, and then my eyes will be filled with tears by chanting the holy names of Hari. When will the moon of Nityananda Babu bestow his mercy on me? When will my worldly desires deplete and lose significance? Vishaya Gaudiya ko pe sudha hobe mana. Obrahma herapo Sri Vrindavana. When will my mind be purified of anxieties and desire for material objects? When will I observe the transcendental form of Sri Vrindavan? Rupara gunada bodhi hoibera kudi kabe hamabujabe siyabara biriti. When will I follow eagerly the path of Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, by whose instruction I can realize the divine love of Sri Radha and Krishna. Rupara gunada bodhi rohimura shapadhana kara isadhanara damdas. My only aspiration is to attain the lotus feet of Sri Rupa Goswami and Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. This is the constant prayer of Narodam Das. Narodam Das ki jai. Can continue the final part of Amritavani, Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And the next question is now, how can one attain eternal perfection? Whenever we either indulge in sense gratification or remain aloof from it, we think we have gained something. But that gain is only temporary. Only service to the spiritual master and the Vaishnavas is eternal and awards eternal benefit. So we render service to Vishnu by serving the spiritual master and the Vaishnavas. Although, due to my previous misdeeds, I have become a sense enjoyer in this life. By my spiritual master's mercy, I have come to understand the constitutional nature of the soul. They have freed me from the influence of mental speculation. It is true that I am unqualified. But if I somehow engage in the service of Guru and the Vaishnavas, I can also become qualified. There's no other way to become qualified or to attain auspiciousness than to engage in this service. In the beginning, we do not know how to serve Lord Vishnu. When we make a study, however, we realize that service to Vishnu's devotee is superior to service rendered directly to Vishnu. Although we may not get information about Lord Vishnu in this world, if we serve those who serve Vishnu, we will also learn how to serve him. Don't be disappointed because you cannot understand Krishna through your blunt material senses. The Supreme Lord is the transcendental, absolute truth. Those who engage in his service are also transcendental. Service to the transcendental Lord is not incomprehensible or unattainable for them. Rather, such service is a direct exchange between these liberated souls and the Lord. So what is a devotee's most invaluable asset? Sri Golasundar's lotus feet are our most invaluable asset. Let topics of Mahaprabhu always be discussed throughout the world. Then all living entities will attain auspiciousness. Realizing the transcendental subject matter, everyone will understand the absolute truth and about Sri Chaitanya Dev. All other knowledge is inauspicious. So Lord Krishna has given us various opportunities and assurances by telling us he will deliver us from all sinful reactions, and that those who surrender unto him can easily overcome his illusory energy. He said, just take shelter of me, and you will attain perfection. He has taken all responsibilities for our deliverance. Still we have no faith in his words. Therefore he again appears before us as our spiritual master in the form of his own servant. He also came as Gauranga and said, I am only a servant of Krishna. If you want to follow my words, follow them and achieve perfection. Accepting the mood of a devotee, Lord Krishna personally appeared in the world as Chaitanya Deva and revealed that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the supreme object of worship. Simply by taking shelter of his lotus feet and cultivating remembrance of his names, forms, qualities, and pastimes, we will attain ultimate fortune. So what is our duty? We should give up false ego and take complete shelter at Krishna's lotus feet if we wish to make our lives successful. When we engage in karma, we see ourselves as the enjoyer of the fruits of our actions. Thus we are recipients rather than givers. So when we cultivate jnana, we are also recipients. But in devotional service we make the transcendental personality of Godhead the recipient. Follow the devotional path. Lord Krishna is eager to mercifully reveal himself to us at every moment. Accept his mercy gladly. It is not necessary our duty to make disciples. Better we become disciples ourselves. Vaishnavas see their Guru's presence in every object. If we treat others as disciples or servants, we will not be able to glorify Hari. Better we serve the spiritual master and the Vaishnavas 24 hours a day, even if such service means giving up our service to Krishna. We should neither speak nor do anything under the influence of false ego. So doing so makes us culpable. Our only duty is to eternally glorify Hari. If we simply repeat Hari Katha as order carrier, servants of the Lord's beloved devotee, our Guru, then there will be no responsibility for the good or bad results that may ensue. Postmen delivers letters, but are not responsible for the contents of the mail. So whether or not we are qualified, we are duty-bound to repeat the spiritual master's words with great faith. Why should this be a problem? As our Guru's servants, we are confident that they will attain supreme fortune through our service. Serving and associating with Maya leaves us feeling incomplete and unfortunate, while serving the complete whole leaves us satisfied. If we wish to become perfect, we must serve the perfect. If we spend time on imperfect things, we will get imperfect results. As long as you live in this world, hear Harikatha exclusively. Hearing is dependent on someone's chanting. So if you are not fortunate enough to be able to hear in the association of sadhus, we should constantly hear and chant ourselves. So how can we see the Lord face to face? Lord Krishna is the devotee's personal property. Only the devotees can give or show Krishna to others. Please the Lord and achieve all perfection. Meeting the object of service is possible only through service and in no other way. So who is sure to attain Krishna? One who has firm faith that Krishna will certainly protect me. We surely attain a perfection. The one who has firm faith that Krishna will certainly protect me, we surely attain perfection. To be qualified for such protection, we must take complete shelter at the lotus feet of those who are already fully dependent on the Lord and who constantly discuss Krishna Katha. These souls deliver other souls. simply by taking shelter of them, we will be delivered. Only the surrendered souls are saved, not those who maintain their independence. Because full surrender attracts Krishna's full mercy. So then, when does one achieve pure devotional service and see the Lord face to face? When we realize that the spiritual master, who is the personification of the Lord's service, is non-different from Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, we will actually be allowed to serve the Lord. At that time, religiosity, economic development, sense gratification, and liberation will appear insignificant. When we realize that Guru is the most intimate associate of Sri Gauranga Dev, then Sri Radha Govinda's pastime will manifest in our purified hearts, and we will see the Lord face to face. So what is the path back to Godhead? Srimad Bhagavatam states, Tvam Bhakti Yoga Paribhavi Dhariti Saroja Asesu Dekshita Patona Anunata Vamsam Yadyat Dhyana Urugaya Vibhavaya Yandi Tattva Puvanayasi Sad Anugrahaya. Oh my Lord, you devotees can see you through the ears by the process of bona fide hearing, and thus their hearts become cleansed. And you take your seat there. You are so merciful to your devotees that you manifest yourself in the particular eternal form of transcendence in which they always think of you. In this commentary on this verse, Srila Swami writes, Shuddhena Shavane Ekshita. One should see the absolute truth through the eyes of Scripture. This is the path back to Godhead. Similarly, in his commentary, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes that realization of the Lord is possible when one eagerly hears about Him with a pure heart. First one should hear from the spiritual master, then one will be able to see the Lord. Chaitanya Charitamrita states, Bhaktera Ijaya Krishna Rasa Avatar. Lord Krishna appears in all his innumerable eternal forms because of the desire of his pure devotees. In the same commentary, Srila Swami explains, the Lord manifests that particular form in the heart of a devotee upon whom the devotee meditates. Is there any question or any comments on? What is the danger of cheating on the devotional path? This is important. By sincerely worshipping the Lord while taking complete shelter of the spiritual master and Gauranga, one will easily attain perfection. Cheaters never attain perfection. There is no place for cheating on the devotional path. The propensity to cheat is a grave impediment to devotional service. If while eating we capriciously eat less for the sake of etiquette, we will not be satisfied and thus will have cheated ourselves. If we try to cheat a blacksmith with mixing the iron we give with some other metal, we ourselves will be cheated. One also cheats himself if he cheats while worshipping Hari. Serve the Lord with simplicity and carefully follow spiritual master's orders. So what is the goal of life? Lord Krishna is the supreme absolute truth, the supreme personality of Godhead. He is the eternal object of everyone's service. We are all his servants. To serve and love him is the goal of our life. So we have to serve Krishna with our spiritual senses. We cannot attain Krishna by mental speculation or through the imagination. We must know our relationship with him with the help of our well-wishers. Those devotees who only aim is to serve Krishna. As long as we consider our relatives, our well-wishers, we cannot understand transcendental knowledge, but will remain in ignorance even after initiation. A Vaishnava thinks that Lord Krishna is his supreme well-wisher, worshipable Lord and best friend. Do not look for material fame in the form of some type of sense gratification. Do not consider strangers your well-wishers. Serve Krishna not first with your flesh and bones, but with your spiritual consciousness, through your service-inclined senses. So Srimad Bhagavatam instructs us. Srimad Bhagavatam does not teach karma-kanda, but focus on the importance of hearing Harikatha. Srimad Bhagavatam describes pure devotional service and everything related to it. This Bhakti Yoga is the supreme religious principle for the entire humanity. So pure knowledge, pure renunciation, and pure devotional service are one and the same. Srimad Bhagavatam does not deal with any subject matter that enhances our sense gratification. It considers material happiness and distress, two sides of the same coin. Striving for material happiness inevitably brings distress. The Bhagavatam reminds us that the karma-kanda path sometimes brings good results, but often brings bad ones. Karma-kanda is not the path of liberated souls. So by reading literature other than Bhagavatam, one is compelled to traverse the paths of karma and jnana. So one can enjoy happiness and distress and rotate in the cycle of birth and death. While on that path one may find religiosity, economic development and sense gratification. When someone on the karma or jnana kanda path finally desires liberation, he doesn't worship the Lord. Only Vaishnavas serve the Lord. So the path of mystic yoga does not serve the Lord either. One can certainly work for and attain mystic perfection, such as anima, lagima, by practicing yoga, but this has nothing to do with devotion. And forget about the salvationist serving the Lord. He wants nothing but respite from his distress. Srimad Bhagavatam assures us that those who have accepted the paths of karma, jnana or yoga have accepted the wrong path. Bhakti is the correct path. While karma is one to enjoy both in this life and the next. Those who practice bhakti engage in their eternal function as pure souls. If we can simply regain our original soul understanding, we'll have a chance at disassociating ourselves from this world. If we can only regain our spiritual health by becoming Krishna conscious, we will go back to Godhead. So what does it mean to attain Krishna? To attain Krishna means to completely disassociate ourselves from the material world. It means to see Krishna in our heart after we are liberated. But without love, we cannot attain the son of Nanda Maharaj. Anything more to say? Yep.
How can, since it was mentioned, how can one reach a level in which it's possible for the devotee to see, to contemplate Krishna, because Krishna is also adoption, is not visible, but maybe not visible at a physical sense. I don't understand how, because Krishna is seen every being. Sense. I don't understand what the meaning is, possibility
There's a middle stage. It's still material. But in your dream you also see something, not?
Yeah.
With what eyes you see this? You have eyes closed when you dream. So what eyes you can see this? Yeah, what eyes are this? This is subtle, mental level. This is still material, but this eyes, physical eyes, you cannot see. You cannot even see the mental plane. If you come on the mental plane, this is like yogis and like advanced jnanis, or they may see even the mental plane. They can see even what's going on. They can control this also, yogis. And spiritual eyes means it is 1,000 times more subtle. I I just say a number, It's not comparison. More fine and more subtle. It is happen here and now. Mind is always, there is a thought and there's coming an action, there's always time. But on the transcendental plane, it is everything happened now. So, even before you think something, if one is on the transcendental plane, he knows already. Just an example, he is not interested to in these things, but we have to understand like this. These are different eyes, this is spiritual eyes. The eyes, if you want to see the eternal plane, if you want to see the members of the transcendental plane, Vaikuntha, then you have to go into the subtle and more subtle and deeper and deeper. And in the same time you have to give up to connect everything with the external plane. First you have to go to the subtle, then you have to give up the subtle plane also, because the same subtle plane is also an illusion, dream, and manifests in a cross plane after. So both of them you have to renounce. The intellectual plane is also connected with the mental plane. So also this we have to give up. So what is left? What is this? Speculation now. We don't know. But if you want to know, you have to go like this. We have to follow the advice of Bhagavatam and the Acharyas, the saints. They can show us. Like when we are chanting Hare Krishna, we are not hearing, we are not seeing Krishna. Krishna, Krishna Nam, Nami is not different from Krishna. We are not chanting in the now, that we hear Krishna, Krishna manifests. But our chanting is that the mind says how long have and what will do today, and even the mind is engaged in something. Oh, I have to do this today and this today, and I consider this Krishna conscious. But it is on the external plane. It is I thinking this. It is false ego is involved. I don't know if I can tell more about these things. I don't know if you can follow. Krishna is here now, but we are not here. We are thinking, this is wrong, this is right, or this is this. We are speculating. And when we stop this, then we turn around, then all our material life is covering us, and we are wandering in the illusory world. Even if you think it is only in the mind, this is the same, no difference to the gross. It's the same thing. As a yogi, they want to, we have to go deeper. We have to give up the external, give importance to the external plane, and also give up to live on the mental plane. No difference. We are living in the material world, in the mental. When we think, oh, today will we have this, or maybe maybe he's not coming, maybe he's doing this, maybe that, maybe that. It's completely beyond, has nothing to do with spiritual life. Our gurus, they have nothing to do with this plane. But they can see if they want. Or they have to focus on Krishna always. Basically, it is so simple. It is too simple for us. We want it complicated. We want it philosophically. We want to build up. But it is so natural and Chaitanya. It is so. It is our real identity to live on the transcendental plane. There, everything what you think is reality. Here and now. Many years ago, I was not even 20, I read this book, To Be Here and Now. It was written by 2 American professors. One had a guru in the Himalayas. I saw his picture in Lord Baba's ashram also, Ram Baba. And he was a powerful person. And Richard Orwell was his name, the one of this writer. The second was Thomas Leary. He was at this time, he was professor very highly. But he made experiments with psychodrugs, LSD or like this. Yes. This was my use. But when they meet this Baba, especially Richard Orwell, he got initiated by him. So there was also mentioned Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. I remember. I did not hear this before. But when I heard this, I was immediately attracted. I did not know how to use it, you know. But constantly I chanted when I walked on the street. And then I also sing. I did not know that they sing this also. After some long period, I checked what is this? Not in the mobile. This was not available at this time. But we had books. Then I was looking, and found. In this way, we have to, I think there's many lifetimes it's needed that we can understand that we are not living beings who get born and die. And before and afterwards nothing will be, or heaven or whatever. It's the same thing. Heaven is also material. Plane. It's a plane for enjoyment. But heaven, Vaikuntha, what is beyond, this is God's plane. And everyone there is just serving the Lord, and develops a very sweet relationship, loving relationship with Him, because we are not different from Him. We are part of Him. We belong to Him. We are created for His pleasure. He created us. We are part of Him. We are one with Him and different. So we are meant for His pleasure. And when He is happy, then we will be happy. Now we try to enjoy separately in this world. Now we get covered, we have to face that bird again and again. Is this logic? Could it be like this? I know a few billions of humans who will not agree with this. Because too much attached to this bodily conception, mental conception. I am the enjoyer, I must. We are all servants of the Lord. We belong to Him, and we can only be happy and attain eternal life under the guidance of our Gurudev and the Gauranga Nityananda and the Shastra. And if one is fortunate, he can do it. He can attain it in one life. No, in one life, but in this life it's possible. If we have gone many lifetimes of practicing. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Jai Srila Gurudeva ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande. Krishna